Hello, Aquarius. Okay, I know, it's the 15th. That's why if you notice, I changed the name because really these readings are, if you watch July's, you'll remember that July actually went through the closing of the Lionsgate portal, which just happened the other day, the morning of the 13th, I believe. Friday the 13th, which brought its own crazy energy in, right? It's like bang, 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 bang. We're being bombarded right now. But this reading is going to be for pretty much from today, which is the 15th, as I'm recording this, through around the 15th of September-ish. Again, never hold me to any dates. I may start the reading and you may be like, oh, well, okay, I started in that energy last week, or you're not there yet. Okay. It all depends on everybody's, position on their path. Let me do a few things here. There we go. There we go. So we're going to start with an overall energy card from this beautiful Magdalene deck and get going here. And then I'll do the whole grid. I'll lay the whole grid down at once, and that way I can tell the story a lot easier. I am learning as I go, just like you guys. Not yet. So I'm just asking the highest vibration of cosmic energy to come through and give me messages for anyone who resonates with the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or just another reason. And this could be in the 12 zodiac system or the 13. You may notice that I do Ophiuchus readings because I resonate with that. I resonate with 13 signs because we have 13 moon cycles in a year. So it makes more sense to me. And this whole process, in a lot of ways, everything that I've learned feels like we're going to be transitioning from this 12 kind of timing system into a 13, which, people are like, oh my God, we didn't learn the math for that. That's like, it's not that hard. I promise. It's not that hard. 13 is also the divine feminine. It's a very strong divine feminine number, which is why they demonized it and tried to tell you that it was bad luck. Okay, because they didn't want people to know how strong the divine feminine is. Okay, just a little history lesson for you right there. All right, so let's get an overall energy for Aquarius in their highest good. Let's get this going. Oh, very nice. Serendipity. I feel like you've got some cool adventures and twists and turns coming up, okay, in the next 4 to 5 weeks. It's going to be kind of a surprising but pleasant, right? Like you are one of the few signs who got something like not like transformation and purgatory. And, they're all getting these really, really kind of big, abrupt kind of cards for overall energy. You get serendipity. So you're going on a little adventure maybe in the next 4 weeks-ish. So I'm going to switch over now. We're going to start the grid. I'm going to switch over to this Fairy Forest deck, which I've been using for all of the signs. And I'll do the first and third rows, and then we'll fill in with the Magdalene deck. So let's get this story grid going, please, for Aquarius for the next 4 or 5 weeks in their highest good. My deck is such a mess, too. It's like so many. Uh-oh. That was weird. Okay, so I went to cut the deck and one card was left on the table and I instinctively put it back in the deck, but now I'm thinking that was the one we wanted. Just going to do it again. The messages come through regardless, you guys. It doesn't matter. Let me see if I can. There we go. A little bit lower. So let's get the grid going. Yeah, that's what I want. Very nice. Finally, you got some. Oh my gosh. Lots of repeats. You got 2 cards that I haven't seen yet this month. The rest of them, the other 4, I've seen. And I will show you them here in a second. We are going to organize this and then. Okay. So let's get the rest of the grid filled in with the Magdalene deck. Goodness gracious. The fact that she called to me to use her deck for everyone this month, it also correlates with so much divine feminine energy coming through. And there are men in the Fairy Forest deck. There are masculine cards. You got all 6 very feminine, all 6 women. Okay, so very divine feminine cards. There are masculine cards in the Magdalene deck too. So, it's not like it's all feminine anyway. But yeah, what's coming through for everybody is just a lot of divine feminine, and not necessarily like we've been doing a lot of inner healing, right? But what I'm seeing so far is that healing kind of not coming to an end. We're never done healing, right? But that deep, dark stuff, we're kind of finishing up by the equinox, by the fall, by the autumn equinox. We're kind of going to be done with the really big stuff and be able to really kind of set foot into our lives again, right? Hello, who wants to do that? And so it's more divine feminine, like coming to the surface now after being healed and being empowered. So it's awesome. And, coexisting and, becoming one more with the divine masculine within as well, because we're going to be able to act. What have I said? My quote is action with courageous action. It's my own quote and I don't even know it. Action with confidence, I think is what I've said. Action with confidence and courage. I'm going to add that. Action with confidence and courage from the heart space is the perfect marriage of divine masculine and divine feminine. Okay, that's where we're headed, is being able to live from our heart space, whether we're in a feminine energy or a masculine energy. The masculine, it has been so aggressive and warlike and combative and controlling, whereas the feminine has been submissive and kind of absent, right? Like we've really shrunk into the background, and neither one of those is going to be like that anymore. They're both healing and they're coming together as one within, in our heart space, and coming together finally in divine union. All right, so let's finish this grid and then we'll start telling your story, Aquarius. You got a sexy card. What? Okay, so interesting. So let's remember, happy accidents was your overall energy. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I feel like you've been through a lot, Aquarius. Remember, you guys are the innovators. You guys are the inventors. You guys are the ones who bring in new ideas and bring them to life. And you cannot exist until you've gotten something out. It's like there's something rolling around in your head, an idea, and you cannot rest until you have made that idea a reality. That's Aquarius energy, right? And so you've been working so hard. I feel like you deserve kind of a little ease up. It's not going to be super easy because the collective energy is still not done amping up. The beautiful humans who are here doing this transition for the very first time, they're the ones we're here to help, and we are so honored to do that. We're not better than they are. We've just already done it. We're the teachers. We know how to do it. We know where to go. We know what's happening. And so we came here to help, but it's this journey is full of kind of ebb and flow, right? Like we can't just keep hitting it hard. Yes, we have periods like that, but you are coming into a lighter period, okay? Even though I will tell you now, not necessarily right away. So here's what you got first. 38, which breaks down to 11. We're not going to break that down any further, right? That's a beautiful master number. I want to see if you got any other ones. Oh my God, you got 2 11s, you guys. You got another 11. We'll get there. So this is 38, the sigil keeper, symbols, signs, messages. So what's coming through this month through this beautiful goddess, this beautiful fairy, is the chaos in this picture. Not necessarily the badassness, which she is. Like you can see that, but that's a message too. You are unchanged at your core underneath all this crap, but look at all that crap in her way. It's almost like this, like she's wrapped up. It's almost like she's trapped, kind of wrapped up and coiled up and entangled in all this shit. Okay. And it's like, I always see or not always, but this month, what I've been seeing, because I've pulled this card like 4 times for other signs, is that these animals, she's got a snake, she's got a frog, she's got a dragonfly down here, a scorpion. She's got all these animals. It's like they're trying, it's like her guides trying to get through with messages, and they can't get through because she's got so much, chaotic armor on her. Okay. So this is what I'm getting for you, Aquarius, is you are now tackling that armor, and you're starting to see that, hey, maybe I need to be a little more raw and vulnerable in my life. Maybe I need to let people in. Maybe I need to take down my defenses for a while and see what happens. We're so, we get to the point where the boundaries become something we're creating out of fear. Okay. And we're coming to the end of that energy. We have to be focusing on sovereignty versus protection, okay? Because anything should be able to float in and out of our energy. And if we're sovereign and if we're high vibe, then anything that comes in is not going, that might do harm, can't touch you, okay? When we are putting boundaries up and walls up and, you know, a fortress around us out of fear, then that leaves cracks and holes, because that fear is not it's not an energy of clarity. Okay. It's not a strong energy. It's very erratic, right? And so you're building boundaries out of fear and you've got a lot of cracks and holes. Okay. And shit gets in and then it fucks things up. You know, it mucks up the works. It throws a wrench because you're allowing it, because the fear is allowing it. Okay. So it's time to transition from putting up boundaries from fear. And you're going to be taking all these down, right? Those are your fear boundaries right there. Are they doing any good? Sure. They're keeping your guides out. That's the last thing you want to do, you guys. When you endeavor to keep everything out, you succeed. You succeed in keeping even the good stuff out. The problem with that is, like I said, the good guys are going to wait till you figure it out, to wait till you, okay, I'm going to, you know, ease up on the boundaries, whatever. They're not forceful, right? But the little, you know, I had a friend forever ago who used to call them deets, although you might say dits, but she called them deets, demons in training, little entities, right? Little darkness, whatever. Remember, none of that is a match for you anyway. None of that should be able to affect you in any way unless you allow it. But they get into the tiny little fissures and the holes and the cracks. Meanwhile, you're keeping all the good stuff out because you're so afraid. Okay. So you are going to be taking down this. That's what I'm seeing, because look at the next card. Crucifixion. You guys, you're starting off this period. You're probably already feeling it. You're starting off this period in a very chaotic energy. Okay. You feel like you're dying. You might feel like you're dying. You're not. You're absolutely not, because guess what's next? 41 breaks down to 5. 5 is big change. Exactly what you need. Okay. So you're not going to, your guides, your energy is not going to allow you to sit in this energy very long. Okay. Because we're talking about like now through the end of August at the very longest. Okay. You're going to get through this energy. So you may feel like you're being crucified. You may feel, maybe you're going to experience the Kundalini awakening for the first time. Maybe you haven't done that yet. Or maybe it's just going to be kind of your final, cleaning out of your basement, the really deep, dark corners. Okay. And processing that. And the reason we feel, the reason it feels like we're dying is because we're holding on to it, but it's being ripped away from us because it cannot exist in the energy anymore. But we're holding on to it and we're grieving it at the same time. Like we don't want to let it go, and we're freaking out because it might go. Because we know we can't hold on forever. And so that puts you in this conflicting energy, this typhoon, right, of just misery. Okay. And you feel like you get a very hopeless feeling. So of course, always, if you feel like you need to see someone, if you're in a deep depression, if you've been there a while, reach out to somebody. None of us has to do this alone. There are so many options out there, from, the traditional stuff to the new age stuff. There's always someone to talk to. Okay. Don't let this pull you down and make you think this is permanent, because it's not. All of this stuff, everything is temporary, right? Even the good stuff, but everything is temporary. And this is just temporary. And it's you learning to let go. I know it's scary. I know this is like the deepest, darkest stuff you've been holding on to forever. And you don't know who you'll be or what your life will look like without it, even though it has sucked holding on to it, even though you hate it and resent it. You are going to be going into that. And I'm saying this like, guys, you don't have a choice. Your guides are going to take you in. And if you don't do it during the day, they're going to take you in while you're sleeping. Okay. This is being done for us, because some of us, it's just too hard to look at, by ourselves. And so those of us who have the really deep, dark stuff, you're being kind of pampered with it. You're being kind of cradled and kind of treated as an infant, as far as healing it, because there's no more time. We have to keep moving forward. They know that you've gotten far enough on your journey that it's not going to kill you. Right. And so, they're going to take you through the crucible. Okay. But again, it's not going to take very long. We're talking a day or two. Okay. 3 days. That's what's coming to me. 3 days is kind of the, goes along with crucifixion very well, doesn't it? And so when you set the intention to break down these chaotic boundaries that are not doing you any good, guys, stop keeping the good stuff out, okay? Your guides want to get in. You have so much to do. You have so many messages coming through and they can't get through. They're kind of sitting on top of your outer aura, like not able to access your energy because you have this armor on, okay? Time to break it down. You're going to go through this period where it's going to suck. Try to stay in gratitude. Try to remember that this is your overall energy for the next 4 weeks. You're not going to live in that crucifixion energy. You're coming out to some very happy, pleasant, fun, unexpected surprises. Good stuff, okay? Because then you've got this beautiful Awen 41. She breaks down to 5. Remember, we started this already. Big change coming. You facilitated this, and it is so necessary, and it is so needed, and it is so fabulous. Okay. Gift, divine inspiration, awakening. You are going to reach a whole new level of your awakening. Okay. That's what this card is. And look at this. Your light. I mean, I know she kind of, a lot of people think, well, she kind of looks like a vampire, but really it's more like Snow White energy. If you think of that, she's just very, very pale skinned, but she's almost like a light bulb. So this is your light shining through, and look at her bright red lips. You are finding your voice on a deeper level. And the raven hair, especially the really slick raven hair, for whatever reason, I'm not bashing on anybody's hair because I definitely don't have that. But for whatever reason, it always comes through to me as kind of the wise old crone energy, okay? I know she doesn't look old to you, but it's more like she doesn't come through as old, but she's wise, okay? She's definitely been around a long time. She's beautiful. She hasn't lost her looks, but she's got this kind of sleek, very, I'm trying to think of Cher comes to mind. Cher in her younger days, just a very wise energy. And she's still around. She's still got it. She still looks good thanks to medical science. But yeah, you're finding your voice. Look at her face too. She's like, I got this. She is super confident. She is glowing like a friggin' light bulb, and she is really confident that what she sees coming is good stuff. Okay, remember that. Next, 36 breaks down to 9. You don't have 2 9s. I thought you had 2 9s. That's okay. The Yule Singer, rebirth, feasting, joy. You guys, this is your serendipity. And this is not just little things, okay? This is going to be like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I didn't camp out and build a house in this energy and stay in that victim energy. I'm so glad that I had the confidence, the courage, the strength. Tap into your masculine here. You're going to be going deep in, which is a feminine energy, right? The deep inner healing. But tap into your mind. Just set the intention. Okay, I'm not going to let my masculine kind of sit this one out. He's going to be there too, and keep feeding me the confidence, the courage, the strength. And you're going to be able to act and climb out of that pit quicker than you think. Okay. Because that's going to bring you to a huge shift in your life, which is going to bring about a whole rebirth, you guys. This sharp turn, and I always say sharp turn. Our paths actually, we're on this upward spiral, right? Technically, and that's not even real. None of this is real, But when I say that, I don't think we can ever. My belief is we can never get off our path. We never veer off our path. We can just go along our way with blinders on, and we only see what's right in front of us, and we miss out on all this amazing stuff over here. And so this rebirth, it says feasting, joy. That's abundance. And look how Christmassy this stuff on her head is. Now it definitely could be construed as kind of chaotic, but it's more carefree. It's more fun. It's more party atmosphere, right? I mean, it's definitely just kind of thrown on her head, but she's not worried about it at all. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot lighter than this energy. This is very dark and heavy. She's very constricted. She can't move. This is a very carefree, childlike, just fun party energy coming through, okay? And it's coming along with the rebirth. And I like to, because a lot of these cards, for whatever reason, to me, I feel like she is a bride. A lot of them, you can kind of see their dresses, and they're definitely dressed like brides. You can kind of see the top of her dress, and it's very sparkly and white. I get that feeling from her that she is, and that is huge, huge rebirth, brand new life, brand new you energy, right? So it's just symbolic, right, of a brand new, again, I almost said path, but again, we stay on our path. I'm trying to switch I'm trying to use the right words. Anyway, just know that you're coming up to a total not reset, a total rebirth, brand new you, total resurrection energy, okay? Because then guess what? Holy shit. You're really going to hit a whole new level of ascension. You're going to be reminded what this is all about. You're going to be able to go into deep, deep gratitude for everything going on. And you're going to start teaching more than you already are. You're going to really start turning it around and going, okay, I need to start talking about, if you're not already, there goes my throat. It's always my truth teller. If you're not talking about it already, using all the words, right? Dark night of the soul and ascension and evolution and all that. Holy shit, you will be. And I want you to note too, this is the center card of the grid. Just a little reminder that there's no going back, that this is fucking happening. We are actually ascending as a human race within these physical bodies. We're taking these bodies with us. So if you haven't already started experiencing a transformation of your physical body, then you will. You will in the next 4 weeks. You're going to start seeing it. You're going to be like, okay, what's going on? Like I look different. I feel different in a good way, right? In a good way. Sometimes, the transition is not always super fun. Like my transition really, really sucked. I chose that for a reason. I don't know, but I have never looked or felt better in my entire life. After 80 pounds, I lost an entire person, you guys. And it sucked. It absolutely sucked. All I ever wanted was to be thinner. I never have wanted to be skinny, but all I ever wanted was to be, to look a certain way. And now that I basically do, and I got here through, it was like a side effect of my ascension. So I'm not saying you chose that. You absolutely did not. What I'm saying is this is just such good news. Like this is beautiful, especially if you pair it with your overall energy. So this is your center of your grid. This is your overall energy for the next 4 weeks. You've got a lot of pleasant surprises, twists and turns. Like I said, a lot of positive outcomes. Okay. Just remember, this is the whole point of all of this. And you're doing it. There's no not doing it. You can't go, it's kind of like when you start labor and then you go, never mind, I don't want to have a baby. I changed my mind. You can't do that. That's not a thing. All right, here's your second 11. So remember, this was 11, which is a master number, which comes through because this card is kind of a dark, heavy energy showing what you're shedding. The 11 coming through as your guidance, as you trusting your intuition, as you stepping into your sovereignty and feeling empowered to really tackle this. You're ready to get shit done. Okay. You're ready to take care of business once and for all. So you got this second 11. Look at this fiery energy. I mean, they could not be more opposite, right? Ragnarok, which essentially is the apocalypse, right? Destruction, ending, final moment. So many signs got this. You guys, we're seeing this on the collective level. We are seeing this big time in the world. Yes, everything has to be broken down so that we can start building the new. It is not going to look pretty, but it is necessary. What was I saying? I can't remember who I was, maybe Gemini, but I was saying it's necessary, it's temporary, and we're all going to be so grateful on the other side of it, okay? But, if you look at, again, 11 coming through just more, the next level again, like you're starting with this empowerment and sovereignty to really tackle this, even though you may kind of go in and out of, when we're processing stuff, we go in and out of the victim energy, right? And you have to sit in that. You have to sit with that for a while to really shed it, to really purge it. Okay. You can't just go, no, I'm not going to be a victim. You have to go, okay, why am I feeling this? And I want to look at it and talk to it and sit with it and have a cup of coffee and, and figure out why it's still here or why it keeps coming up. Because only then can you welcome it back into your energy and let it go. And so then you've got that empowerment, that sovereignty coming through again on the next level after this big healing, right? After this, new level of awakening and this new rebirth, this, new path set in front of you. And so, yeah, everything's got to, this is it's one of my favorite cards in the deck. Look how beautiful that is. I love that they use the term Ragnarok and not apocalypse because it's definitely on a mythical level, right? Like this is not an apocalypse. If you look it up, it just means a huge change. It just means everything changes. It doesn't mean we're all going to hell. Okay. It's just that. So if you think of it this way, even biblically, the Bible does have a lot of things right? Like there was a flood. Okay. Before that, there was an ice age. There have been these cataclysmic global events that have reset the planet. Okay, so we had the ice age, and they can practically prove scientifically that it actually did happen almost overnight, where most of the planet froze. Okay, and so that whoever was here, whatever was here, only the strongest, only those who could survive an extreme cold survived. Okay, so it was a huge reset for the planet. So then we're going. The population gets more and more. Okay, then the flood comes, another big reset. So it makes sense that fire's next, but it's not going to be fire in the literal sense. Although I know what you're thinking, there are a lot of fires going on right now. You could definitely explain it with that, but the whole planet is not going to burn, is my point, literally. It is a spiritual burning, cleansing, okay? Spiritually, that's how deeply ingrained this matrix reality, this prison matrix reality it was created for us, you guys, but we have been perpetuating it. We have been keeping it alive. They literally, like the Matrix, they plugged us into it, and we keep it going, and we like it. And even some of us who know we're in it sometimes want to go but get plugged back in, right? Like it's hard to not be part of this collective thing, even though we know it's not real. But it's that whole we have perpetuated it, and so only we can take it down. Only we can take it down. Okay, the actual mechanism, and I do believe there was an actual machine, some sort of technology that kept this matrix going, that is gone. That's been gone for a long time, you guys. At least a year, that's been gone. It was shut off. It cannot function anymore. Guess what's been keeping this reality going, this crappy reality? Although we're seeing, right, it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end, and that's a good thing. Okay, I don't want you to freak out about that. Again, it might not look pretty, but it's never as bad as you think, okay? It's never as bad as you think. We build these things up thanks to media, thanks to Hollywood. Every movie and TV show has shown us our possible futures of doom and destruction. And, 90% of those are the happy endings where 10% of humanity survives on the other side of the cataclysm, right? Thanks to them programming us to believe that any kind of shift in our reality is going to bring gloom and doom and destruction and bad stuff, right? And post-apocalyptic Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome shit, we get into that fear. And so that's why you're going to be healing a lot of that fear as you get up to this, like this, right? You're going to be healing a lot of that so that you don't contribute to the fear when shit really starts to get burned down, because it is burning. The cognitive dissonance is so strong right now. Even in a lot of light workers, they're not seeing what's going on. The fires have been started spiritually. I'm not talking about, and obviously, a lot of fires going on literally too. There is a literal cleansing of Gaia going on. Wherever there are fires, I'm not saying don't fight them. We don't want people to lose their homes and stuff or their lives, and I don't want firefighters to lose their lives. But in a big way, Gaia will orchestrate, even no matter how they started. Gaia is going to choreograph, I guess. She's got it all planned out. She knows what needs to be burned and what doesn't, and the fires will go out when they need to go out. Again, I'm not saying don't try to fight them, because whenever they go out, again, that's when it's meant to go out. But just know that this is, the whole world that we have known, the belief systems, the foundations that we have lived on, the reality of school, work, die, that's burning. We don't want that anymore. We need to let it burn. Okay? Right now, we're sending firefighters to the spiritual. Stop it. We're asking them to sacrifice themselves for nothing, to save a dying system, okay? Let it go, all right? So that's the big message there. Then you go into 28, which breaks down to 10, which we don't break that down either because that is a beautiful that's the end of a cycle, you guys. You are breaking, thanks to this burning, that makes sense, right? Thanks to this, I feel like this is almost a collective, an overall reading too. But thanks to this, and you guys do kind of, Capricorn starts the year, but you guys do kind of start the year like you're considered the first sign of the year because it's the first full sign. I don't know, maybe you're in charge of this next 4 weeks, Aquarius, because it does seem like this is what's going on in the collective. And not every sign was, right in sync with that, but this is feeling very in sync. So everything burns down, and then you get a 10 end of a cycle. And then comes a beautiful, period of calm. Okay. It's like after any storm, after any fire, right? There's just a kind of an eerie quiet, but it's going to be a very, because it's going to be such a new experience, right? On the other side of this, we're not going to know what to do with ourselves for the most part, but we are going to be asked to take care of our physical bodies in a big way. Okay. More than ever, I feel like we're going to be asked to rest. We're going to be asked to just really take care of ourselves. So if you have gotten used to the McDonald's drive-thru, I am telling you that is one of the things burning away. If it doesn't, I am gone. I am checking out if McDonald's and Walmart don't go away, or at least completely transform. When McDonald's starts serving actual food, organic food, then I'm all in. But anyway, if you've gotten used to filling your body full of shit, I get it. I've got a friend who always calls me out on this. She's like, oh, but we're going to transcend that and you'll be able to eat whatever you want. But why? Why? That's so much harder. That is so much harder to keep putting shit into your body and on your body, products, shampoo, face stuff, lotion, sunscreen. Oh my God. Everything is so bad for us, right? That we put on it in our body. If you my friend will say, oh, well, we can transcend that. That's the harder path. I promise you. It is easier to change the way you treat your body. And that helps with healing energy around the self-worth too. Like it's all part of self-worth. If you are feeding your body crap, then you don't love yourself as much as you should. Okay. So you need to work on self-worth. But then we get to this end of the cycle and we get to rest a little bit. And it's the dreamer. Oh, and that seems like an integration period, right? So we're going to be integrating the new energies coming in. This is all the stuff that's burning away is going to make all this space, Aquarius, for you to bring more good stuff in, more pleasant surprises, more unexpected twists and turns in the positive. But you're going to have an integration period where you get to rest and you get to just kind of soak it all in and get used to how it feels without these systems in place. Okay. I am getting this for everybody this is happening in the next 4 weeks. This big breakdown of pretty much everything. It's going to appear big and dark and scary. Just remember that this is the point. And this is your center card, okay? Everything, your entire reading emanates from this center card with this as the overall feel to it, right? Those are two very positive cards. So yeah, you may have a journey ahead of you that is going to take some strength and courage, but you have everything you need, Aquarius. You are a masculine energy, okay? Just don't let your masculine energy sit this time out. Remember I said that before. Don't let your masculine energy take a break just because you're cultivating so much feminine right now. You're really digging into your unconditional love and compassion for others. You're really doing that, and I'm so proud of you. I'm having trouble with that currently. I'm working on that, right? We're all gonna get there. But this says visions, trance, apparitions. What I'm feeling here is you're gonna be dreaming now. You're gonna be maybe literally dreaming, but you're also going to be bringing through new ideas. You're gonna be seeing things like just in the ether and be like, holy shit, I need to like make that a thing. Excuse me. And you're going to be, through the resting, through the integration, new ideas, new ways of being, new ways of living, answers to the problems, right? Solutions to what do we do now? What do we do now without the education system? What do we do now without the money system, which is a prison, you guys? Money itself is just energy, and we should love it. And I love that this is very green. It makes me think of money. It's the system that they have made money our boss. And we are shifting that. Okay. Everything is burning down. Everything. Look at this next card. After this integration period, as you're resting and integrating and just kind of allowing yourself to feel good, maybe for the first time in a long time, this is what comes in. So this is either a existing relationship getting even deeper, yay, or it's someone new. And you know what? Sometimes I say, if you're looking, you know what? Even if you're not looking, sometimes, especially if you're not looking, these things can happen, right? So you have this sacred sexuality coming through, which is now, I feel like it's been a kind of domino effect, like because of what you've healed, Aquarius, You have been largely kind of keeping your most intimate relationships, whether you have one or not, but that avenue to the most intimate relationship, you've been keeping that kind of boarded up. Okay, because you've been doing so much inner work. All right. You're going to get to a point now where you're going to be able to allow that in a big way. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You're not the only sign that got this card. I think Pisces got like 3 like this. Pisces was just on fire. Okay. Last card of the grid. And then I'll pull a few more just to wrap it up and we'll call it a day, Aquarius. 26 breaks down to 8. You didn't get an 8 before. No, but you have like 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 2 11s. You have 5, 8, 9, 10, and 2 11s. You're very much forward movement, you guys. You're doing this. So 26 breaks down to 8. On its side is infinity. But 8 always comes through to me as kind of divine union within, facilitating divine union without. So even though it's coming in after this card, it's just confirming that is what's happening with you, Aquarius. So this one is called the merciful one. Compassion, release, relief. You're going to be in a period where you're going to start to realize, so you're going to be one of the people, and I know you may not believe this right now, but you are going to be one of the light workers on the other side of all this chaos that is going to be able to keep your head, okay? You're not going to be swept away by the fear. And that alone is going to help you stay the calm in the storm and help people around you stay calm, okay? You are going to be one of the calm ones, one of the ones who knows because you know what this is all about, right? And you also know that all this tumultuous stuff, this burning down, this is temporary. This is not forever, okay? This is not Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, I promise. This is not Hunger Games. We're not going anywhere near that. All these stories, they tried to program us to think that we're in this cycle that we can't escape of, oh, well, we get, and they're making us think that we've been in a really good cycle. This has been 13,000 years of darkness, you guys. Now we get to go into 13,000 years of light. Okay, we've been in darkness, believe it or not. I know we've been able to eke out existences and find joy. We have found moments of joy and gratitude and bits of happiness. Guess what? We're flipping the script now, and that's going to be the norm. And then there will be bits of grief and sadness and darkness. Okay, we're flipping it completely. We are flipping that fucking pancake all the way over, okay? Because we're done with the darkness. We're done being controlled. We are done being manipulated. We're done being lied to. We're done living in an illusion that we have no control over, because actually we do control it. We just have forgotten. We're done with the powerlessness, put it that way. We are now realizing, if you've not seen A Bug's Life, by the way, watch it, because that's what's happening right now. We are realizing that there are 100 times more of us, I think even 1,000 times more of us, if not more, than there are of them. Okay. And I'm not saying that's not even a fight, you guys. All we have to do is stand up and they'll be done. And actually, when I tune into this energy, so, there's like grasping at straws going on. There are plans that were put in place a millennia ago, right? That are now kind of opening up and activating, that we couldn't stop. But if we didn't need it for the healing, it wouldn't be happening. Okay. So things are happening. Yes. And it looks like, oh God, the new world order, they're taking over, the cabal, the Illuminati, whatever the fuck you want to call them. It's really just this small group of men. Women aren't even a part of it. Women are just empty vessels, but it's just a small group of men, not all human, who are done. They're done. They know they're done. They have put things in place. They're just kind of hitting the button right now. They're like, oh, no, activate that programming. Okay. And they may very well activate a fake alien invasion. Just be ready for that. And just know that it's not real, that you are not in danger of, of an alien laying his eggs inside your body. That's not going to happen. I promise. All the aliens, we have so much help, you guys. It's ridiculous. We don't even know. Again, just keep coming back to this. Remember what this is all for. Remember that we are on the path to light. Okay. We're not going back into an AI controlled prison matrix. I talk about that and people think, oh, well, that would be so awful. We've been in it, you guys. That's what we're in. That's what we're healing. That's what we're breaking down right now. That's where we've been. Like, oh, that'd be so bad, because they have these sci-fi movies, that show it at its worst extreme. Well, what they did is they put us in that and then made us think we had it made. They made us think we had freedom. They made us think we had power over our own lives. They made us think we had some sort of control when we don't really. Okay. Going back to that, it's work, it's school, work, die. That's what they want for us. That's all they want for us, because we are their batteries. We are their food. Okay. And, if they decide that we're not, and that's the reason why war keeps coming, right? Because we get into these times of peace and they start to see people connecting and they start to see people getting along and even countries getting along. And they're like, wait a minute, we better bring in another war because we're not getting enough food. They starve to death when we're in a good place. And so if you don't think that that's a prison reality matrix, then you have not begun your awakening yet. So anyway, all right, enough of that. Shut up, Wendy. That's a YouTube video of another kind. So all I know is the energy is intense, yo. It is so heavy. If I turn my head too fast, I get really dizzy. Like, I don't know if y'all are feeling it. And I'm eating, I swear I'm eating. I'm not eating nearly what I used to because I just don't want it anymore. I used to eat, to hide. I used to eat out of fear and to hide behind, hide in a fat suit. And I don't need to do that anymore. But it's just my appetite's down. The energy is really intense. I just want to rest a lot, and it actually was perfect with this. I was so grateful for it all too. And it's all synchronistic, right? Sorry, my body is always telling me when I'm about to speak a deep truth is, I was just going to say the synchronicity of me, usually I would have all these done before the first of the month. And I was knocked on my ass by the Lionsgate opening on the 28th. And it actually opened, I think it started creaking open on like the 24th, 25th. It really started opening on the 27th, 28th. And then it was, up to the 8th where it's the most potent. But I was knocked on my ass the first 10 days of from the 25th pretty much. It was just crazy. And so it was perfect synchronicity that this energy is coming in this way, because there's no way I would have gotten these done before the first. So I'm going to pull the Magdalene deck back out and we're going to get a final message from your guides, Aquarius. One final message for Aquarius and their highest good, please. Again, you have all divine feminine, except for maybe this, okay? And this is definitely a lot of kind of heavy, dark, negative masculine that you're going to be healing, okay? Oh my God. Okay, you guys, seriously. I don't know what you're afraid of. This is not only, the power orchestrating all of this beautiful stuff in our favor for our highest good, right? But this is you. Don't ever forget that. You are the boss. You are in charge. I love how it's the sun. Like it's essentially the sun. It's the sun god, our life giver, our father, right? So as I was just saying, you don't have any masculine energy, and then I freaking pull the father energy, right? Like God is gender neutral. But if I ignore that and just look at the sun is our father, right? The sun is a very masculine, fatherly energy. It gives us life, okay? Not all by itself, obviously, with Gaia, our mother. But yeah, it's just seriously the sun. So here's the thing. If I think of this as the sun card, which it totally is, the sun card, if you don't know in the tarot, which I don't do tarot yet. I want to learn. I'm teaching myself. I say that it's a lie. I have decks that I don't ever take out because I say I'm going to teach myself and I never do. I will. I think I will because I love watching tarot readers and I'm learning that way. But the sun card, if you don't know, is the best card you can get in a tarot reading because it means abundance, joy, happiness, vibrant health. Everything you've ever wanted is coming your way. Okay, we just have to allow it and let it in. So this is your final message from your guides. So yes, you've got some stuff you're going to be working through, Aquarius. It's freaking A. This is the overall energy of it. Is you're going to be overall, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this is kind of nice. All right, cool. Like, yeah, you've got some healing to do, undeniable, but that's pretty soon. If you're not already there, maybe you're already through it. Maybe you're already getting through it again. Don't build a summer house here, you guys. Don't move in. You don't have to sit here that long. You just have to sit with it. You don't have to relive anything. You don't have to, let anything kind of pull you down. You go down of your own power, of your own volition, of your own accord. You go down and you sit in it and you stay sovereign, right? You stay the sovereign being. Okay, which you are still shining through as that, even in this chaos, right? Even with these restrictions on you and this just armor that just is not serving you anymore. Her look is still like, I'm okay. I'm still in here. I'm still sovereign. So you freaking got the Sun card. I mean, there's just no better. I want to just stop right now, but I have been doing for every other sign. I've been doing a message from the cosmos from this deck. It's a friend of mine made this deck called Illuminate. It is beautiful. It is like recycled cardboard. So it's a very raw, natural feeling, very soft. I love it. And it's very simple messages. Okay. I'm going to pull one final message from the cosmos for you. But this, like, you cannot ask for a better card than that to end. You guys, this is what's coming, not just for you, but for the collective, for humanity, for the galaxy. And, there's a reason that these benevolent, there are many reasons these benevolent beings, the literal aliens, literal creatures alive now, incarnated now in ships circling our planet. If that's a little much for you right now, guys, it won't be for much longer. You'll be wrapping your brain around it soon enough, I promise. But, there are many reasons they've come. Yes, they're benevolent and they have so much love and compassion for us and they want to help. But they've also come because they know what happens here affects the entire galaxy. And even it's a ripple effect, right? It's the butterfly effect. Even though our little planet is this teeny little butterfly, whatever happens, if we implode, right? If we self-destruct, it has a ripple effect on the whole galaxy and the universe. And so they're here to make sure we get through this as easy and effortlessly and quickly as possible. And I know it's not been effortless at all, you guys, but seriously, when you look back on this in like a decade, we're going to be like, oh my God, remember that? It actually was a very short time period, but then thinking about before, I think about the person that I was before my awakening, and I would never choose to go back to that person. I would never choose to get plugged back in. I have moments, but, where I'm just having trouble surrendering, but I would never want to go back to that. Okay. Even though it was before my awakening, and the awakening was very traumatic, to say the least. I'm sure everybody has the same kind of story. So let's get a final message for you from the cosmos, and then we will call it and let you get on with your day, Aquarius. So in Aquarius, highest good, give me a beautiful message from the cosmos, please, for the next 4 weeks. That's what I want. Oh, look at that. I am always supported. Was I not just talking about all the help we have? Don't ever forget that. I mean, you got this little reminder that there is something much bigger than just your little life going on, right? So get over yourself. And remember that you are part of something so much bigger, and you are an important part. It doesn't diminish what you're going through. It just means that you are not alone in this. Okay. And then you've got, I don't know what more you want than that. You've got the ultimate, you literally have the father protector energy coming through. I am always supported. That is so true. You are always supported. Bam. Drop the mic, Aquarius. And you are my last reading for the August through September time period. I have no idea when I'm going to do the next readings, since these go fully into September. It might be again like the first, second week of September. So we'll see. We will see. But you got a beautiful grid here. Beautiful, beautiful stuff coming through. Just stay in your sovereignty, Aquarius. Stay, always feel that empowerment. And it's always here. You want to tune into your guides? Go here. You want to tune into source? Go here. You want to tune into your higher self? Go here. Your soul? Go here. You want to tune into maybe even, okay, show me what's going on. Help me make a decision. Tune here. Okay, go here. It's the heart, by the way. I have a mole right there, so I can always feel my heart chakra. I know exactly where it is. It's right here. This is where you need to go. Okay. Always and forever. There's actually nothing out there. There's nothing out there. This is coming through telling you this is in here. Okay. This is in here. There's nothing out there. Nothing. It's all here. The whole universe is in here. Okay. Have a great day, Aquarius. I hope this helped. Please watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. This is not the whole picture. To get the whole picture, sometimes that's a little overwhelming. I get it. A lot of readers just say sun, moon, and rising. I like to add Venus in there because it's kind of the way you behave in relationships. That's a simplistic way of putting it, but that's kind of what it is. And so, and it's a very feminine energy, so it balances everything. But it's totally up to you, whatever you're pulled to watch. And so, and please like, share, subscribe if you've not already. If you have anybody you think might benefit from these messages, please share. I would love for these messages to get out far and wide. That would be great because I am trying to help people kind of calm the shit down about all this stuff going on. Like there's just no other, remember, this is your center of your grid. Like this is the whole point of all of this. So we just have to ride the storm and know that when shit is burning down, that it's for a reason. Gaia is cleansing. Gaia cleanses, and the human collective, is cleansing itself. Okay. We're just using fire this time, symbolically, but literally too. I don't know. I don't foresee actually the White House or anything burning down. I don't foresee that. I feel like that's just crap we've been fed right through TVs and through TV shows and movies, but it's a spiritual burning, you guys. It's a cleansing, and it's a pretty intense one. Okay. Nothing low vibe will survive. Okay. Nothing that hasn't been riding the waves and evolving as we've been evolving, which we always are evolving, but the last 30 or so years, we've been going faster and faster and faster and faster. Anything that has not been doing that is not coming along. Okay. It's going to be gone. So just know that. All right. I love you guys. I will see you next month sometime. I don't know when, but have a great day. Thank you so much.